Hello and welcome to Forever Rugby on Forever Sports for today's Springbok team prediction video. Lots of fun going to be doing this. Lots of controversy. This is going to be what we were talking about the entire week, isn't it? Until Thursday morning at 9 o'clock. When the team is announced, we're going to be speculating. We're going to be talking about where the changes are going to come. If there are going to be any changes, I think there will be changes. I don't think there'll be as many changes as maybe people expect, want, demand, for example. And obviously a lot of this will hinge as well on the ongoing investigation World Rugby have on Bongi Mbonambi as they sort of can look to see whether he did, well, interestingly enough, they concept racially abused or said derogatory or discriminatory comment towards Tom Currie. And so, yeah, while we wait to see exactly how that's going to sort of unfold, I have basically done my prediction based on the fact that right now he's available. Therefore, I've included him in the team. Obviously, this is just my prediction, and I'm going to sort of talk it through, and a lot of people might disagree, and that's why I want to know what your predictions are. Down in the comments below, please do smash a like on the video. Please do subscribe to the channel as well. Right, so before any further notice, shall we have a look, shall we? This is what I have gone with my predicted side. So, with the pack, I've made one change. I'm going with the same front row. Stephen Kitshoff, Bongi Mbonambi, and Frans Malherbe, which I think will be the case. Stevie Kitshoff's not been at his best, which just means he hasn't been at the form he's been in the last few months, which has been absolutely terrific. And he's been one of the top players for the Springboks. And yeah, I do expect to start. And we mustn't also be reactionary. Oxenchair was phenomenal off the bench. And I use that part off the bench very, very importantly. The nice thing is, just because you are an impact player in inverted commas doesn't mean you have to come on 55 minutes. There's no reason why Oxenchair can't come on at the halfway mark. Couldn't even come on the 35-minute mark, as you saw with Andre Pollard. So I don't think we need to necessarily say that just because Oxenchair was so fantastic, you know, when he came on, he necessarily needs to start, for example. Because I think that New Zealand won't change, and it'll be Ethan de Groot and Taiwo Lomax. Those two, I think, are pretty solid scrummagers. I rate Ethan de Groot. But I think that Stephen Kitshoff on his day can get the better of Taiwo Lomax. I think Oxenchair can destroy Fletcher Newell, to be perfectly honest. I don't think Fletcher Newell can be able to cope with him. Assuming that it is Fletcher Newell, which we are assuming. I don't think they'll change too much, will New Zealand. So, yeah, I think that's going to be a big part of it. That, you know, we are using our scrum to such good effect. I don't see why we would really veer away from that in this game in particular. In second row, Eminence-Beth, Frank and Mostert. Once again, you don't change that. The only change I have made is I've gone with Siya Kolisi, BITDEFENDER, the toy, but Jasper Wiese. I do think that we need an extra ball carrier, a powerful ball carrier, especially if things are going to be quite wet, which sounds like they are. I think we need somebody who's going to get us a bit of forward momentum. I also think that, you know, I think fatigue could catch up with Dave Vermeulen. He's played a lot of minutes in the last couple of playoffs. He has started both games. He's been very good. But I do think that maybe this game could be about having him on the park towards the end of the game, for example, or for the latter stages of the game. I do think having that calm head, as well as an additional fetcher, could be a really big part. And I think that Jasper Wiese could add a bit of physicality, you know, to try and neutralize your Shannon Frizzels, for example, your Brody Retallick, who also I'm pretty sure will start on Saturday. In terms of the halfback pairing, I don't think you veer away from what we know, and that is I do think Faf de Klerk starts. I think Cobus Reinach the conditions didn't suit him this past weekend. I think Faf de Klerk has got far more control on the box kicking. We do kick off 9, for example. And I think on a defensive point of view, I think he'll be very important as well to provide a bit of energy. And I think that Andre Pollard comes in. Ironically, and it kills me to say, I don't think Moyne Liebach makes 23. I hope I'm wrong. I'd love to see him playing in the final. But my gut says that with the conditions looking the way they are, that I don't think he will feature, actually. So I've gone with Andre Pollard to start. Chesna Colby, Currie, Arendse, Damon Dearlindy, Jesse Creel, Damien Williams. I don't think that changes, to be honest. It's amazing how 2 weeks ago, Damon Dearlindy, Jesse Creel had superb performances. This past weekend, didn't get much ball, very different type of game. All of a sudden, everybody wants them dropped again. It shows you how fickle sports fans can be. But those are Mr. Reliables. And yeah, look, the big thing that people are talking about is fatigue and saying that the team looked tired and therefore we need to make changes. So who are you going to drop if you're going to make that? So are you going to suddenly drop Jesse Creel, who's been one of our best performers at World Cup, because you think he might be a bit tired, and all of a sudden thrust in Lakanya who has not played rugby since August, or Kane and Moody, who'll be playing just as fourth game at outside centre in a World Cup final. You're not going to do that, are you? You know, similarly within the pack, you're not going to suddenly drop a Peter Steph toy because he's looking a bit tired. I mean, in terms of fatigue, you're going to sit there and say, well, maybe we should go Jean Klein ahead of Ebenetsmith. We're not going to do that, are we? And then off the bench, the players over here have got plenty of energy. So I do think it's going to be Dion Free, Oxenchair, Vincent Koch. As it was. I'm very upset about Trevor Nikani not getting a bigger role. I think he can play as big a role. I think he can be doing what Oxenchair is doing on the tight head side. But Vincent Koch is a bit more of an asset in the loose. So I suppose it's sort of it's swings and roundabouts, really. Arkev's name has been fantastic off the bench. I think he'll get a good half an hour at least. I think he'll come on in about 50 minutes, if not 45. And I think that we go with Quacker Smith as well. I do have a feeling we'll go with a 6-2 split. Maybe could be wrong. Could be seeing a 5-3. It all depends on whether they want to include Moyne or not. But I do think that a 6-2 split is very much the card. And I think they'll go to Anthony as that extra forward. And then I think you got Kobus Reinach and Billy LaRue. People will not like the Billy LaRue shout, but the Boks like him. The Boks back him. And a calm head towards the latter stages of the game, could be needed, as much as people don't think he is a calm head because he tends to backchat the referee, for example, get in the face of oppositions. But he is very much a calming presence and a very important leader. And people might not think so, and they might not themselves back it. But listen to what the coaches say. Listen to what the players say. He's an important figure in the dressing room, and I do see him being involved. And then Kobus Reinach, I think, will, I don't think we're going to suddenly surprise a Grant Williams on the bench, for example. So that's what I've gone with at my justification. Where do you differ? What do you think? Down in the comments below. Let me know. Smash like on the video. Subscribe to the channel as well. Thank you very much for watching. My name is Steve, and I'll chat to you soon.